So sometimes I get asked how I pick books for John on the podcast. There are a lot of great books that I read and talk about here that I'm not asking John to read for a lot of reasons. Some, I just don't think they're going to be great storylines for him. Others, I don't think they're going to create a lot of dialogue. Like maybe they're a light and fluffy romance, and that's wonderful, and I enjoy that, and my heart enjoys that. But there's not a lot of depth there and not a lot that we can talk about on the podcast. On the other hand, there are books that I'm absolutely adore that we just can't fit in to the podcast. One being The Will of the Many and The Strength of the Few. This is the first in what is supposed to be a series of 5 books, and look how big these are. I mean, I think John would adore these books. I think he will love these books, and I have encouraged him to read them, but they're not something we can cover on the podcast because our podcast is not long format. It's episodic, so we're trying to cover a book in one episode, and that would be impossible with these books. If you've read the first one, you know that. If you read the second one, you definitely know that. There's 3 storylines there. We couldn't even skim the surface of what is included in that book. We have done the Empyrean series, all 3 books in the podcast. Those aren't as long as these 2 books, but still, we skimmed the surface of those. We still did not talk about everything there is to talk about. When I have gone back and re-listened to those episodes, I'm like, oh my gosh, we didn't even talk about this. We didn't even talk about this. Like, how did we miss this? And I listen to other videos or other podcasts where they're covering, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we didn't even think about that. But it's because those books are so long. And even though like I freaking adore this series and I am love where it's headed, it's just too long of a book that we could not cover it and do the book real justice by having it on our show. But I do love this series. If you have books that you think would be great for the podcast that we could talk about, please drop them in your comments below. If you have thoughts on The Will of the Many or The Strength of the Few, I'd love to chat with you. Feel free to drop a comment below as well.